Can you hear me? There you go. There you go. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Where? Here you go. All right. All right. All good. All good in the hood. We are all good. This is taken care of. These audio issues, man, they're super gay. Super gay. Hang on. Give me 1 second. This is so annoying. We're gonna get started in just a second. This has been an adventure, but we had to figure it out together as a team. Guys, do please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Guys, do consider becoming a Patreon and becoming a member. If you don't become a Patreon or a member and or both, you're probably super gay. Super gay. Do become a member. You get geez. Give me 1 more second. We'll get started. All right. All right, guys. Do consider becoming a Patreon. Do consider becoming a member, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Smash the like button. Do become a member. Do become a Patreon. $5 a month gets you a lock of the week. It gets you as the book anything. It gets you the members only Discord. It gets you the members only treatment. It gets you the members only. It gets you. I'm trying to focus here, and I'm having some difficulties. It gets you the members only. Live streams, the member only chat. It gets a long-term parlay. So do become a member. Do become a Patreon. Also, we did hit on another lock. The lock of the week, I gave you guys 3 locks. All 3 locks hit. All 3 parlays hit. So do remember to not be gay and tip your gambling advisor. Cash App Super Chats are available. Support the work. Support the work so I can do this full time. Cash App Super Chats available. The Cash App is in the ticker below. The Cash App is in the ticker below. Hit me up with a Cash App. Hit me up with a Super Chat. Show your appreciation for your gambling advisor who came through for you on 3 of 3 locks. I have hit 7 locks in a row now. I have hit 7 locks in a row. That is 7 locks in a row. All right, guys. It's good to have everybody here. It's good to have everybody here. Let's just recap a little bit what we had this weekend. I wanted to here's the poll. Here's the poll. I'm putting the poll live. Who wins? Oshaki and Shakur. Draw. All right. Who wins this hypothetical fight? Oshaki, Shakur, or a draw? Everybody vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. If you don't vote in the poll, it's probably because you're gay. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start from the beginning. Let me get through some of these, and then we'll recap a little bit on the night. What up, Marv? Can you hear me now? Muted. No sound. Your audio. What's good? This week gonna be an easy fight. No sound. My bad. We got that fixed. These audio problems are super gay. Yo. Yes. What's goody, Gary? Sup, Big G? Oh, look who's back. I haven't seen you in a minute. My scorecard was 3 parlays hit and none missed. That's 7 parlays in a row. 7 parlays in a row dating back to last week. I've hit 7 parlays in a row. This is a hot streak that no one's ever seen before. This is a generational run that I'm on. 7 parlays hit in a row the last 2 weeks. I thought Cruz won, but it seems that people. Ooh, Rambler thought PBC won. You're going against the grain here, Rambler. I did a poll yesterday. It was quite. Most people thought Roach won. Most people thought Roach won. I thought Cruz won, but it seemed like PBC wanted Roach to win. I'm happy for Pro Box. PBC took losses, didn't they? What do they really have left? Well, PBC is really a shell of itself. You know, PBC was the biggest promotion company in the world up until about 2-3 years ago. It was doing massive things. It had prospects. It had young fighters. Now it really doesn't have anything. It puts on what 5-6 shows a year. It's a shame. I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not trying to doom anyone. I'm not. Boxing in America is in very bad shape. So as boxing in America goes, as goes boxing in general, it's in bad shape, guys. Boxing in this country is not in good shape right now. There's no other way to put that. You know, the two biggest promotions in America, PBC and Top Rank, don't have any TV deal. Look how hard it is to just find a PBC fight. PBC 6 months ago was on ESPN. 6 months ago it was on ESPN. Now to find a PBC fight, I don't even know. You got to go to Roku, find Tubi, find something called Top Rank Classics, put that on. I'm seeing Michaela Mayer playing with her dog. I'm supposed to have a fight on. They cut into the it's a mess, guys. Boxing in the U.S. The only U.S. promotional company of the majors that has a TV deal is Golden Boy. And Golden Boy's only got Ryan Garcia, who doesn't fight and is mentally ill, and Virgil Ortiz. They don't really have anything other than that. They got a heavyweight coming up. Josh Edwards, but he's still got a ways to go, although he's getting close. American boxing is in very bad shape, guys. Like it's dire now. In the UK, it's fine. In other parts of the world, it's fine. But boxing in the US, it's supposed to have a home here. It's not in good shape, guys. It is not in good shape, to say the least. I got my parlay: Apataya moneyline, Lada moneyline, Masad to go the distance, Forster moneyline, Roach to go the distance. That was good. There's a parlay right there. That's a lot of legs. What did it pay? But that's a very 3D boxing-ish type parlay. I thought, and I'm not trying to throw shade on nobody who picked Fulton. I do a lot of tape. I spent a lot of hours on this. There was no way, and I mean no way, that Stephen Fulton was going to beat O'Shaquie Foster. There was no way in hell. There's no path to victory for him. And then, I don't know, Fulton came in. He looked fat. He didn't look good to me. Ramos didn't look good to me, but let's stick with Fulton, and then we'll get to Ramos. To me, I got O'Shaquie at -105. I should have taken by decision. I don't know why I did. I just took him on money at -105. That's easy money. What up, Jab? What up, Jab? What up, Jab? That was like easy money. That was like the easiest bet there was. O'Shaquie forced on the money. Fulton is never what he was cracked up to be. Fulton is basically Paulie Malignaggi. He's good, and he's good enough to win a world title, good enough to win 2 world titles. He's good. He's got no power, and there's not much to him other than he's fast. All right, he's got no power at all. And the same thing with Peter McGrail. I thought Peter McGrail won the fight, but Peter McGrail has no power. Stephen Fulton has no power, none, zero, like zilch, zero power. Those guys, McGrail nor Stephen Fulton, could knock over a bottle of water with a running start. Right? They couldn't knock over a glass of water with a running start. Like they can't. They have no power. And that was I thought that was on stage for show yesterday in the Masad fight. Like McGrail was hitting him clean, like hooks, like power shots that were having no effect. Right. So either this man's got the cast iron jaw, which he doesn't, or McGrail's got no power. And McGrail's got no power, like none. Like we used to always dunk on Paulie in the US. He's got more power than half these guys in the UK. Like in a real way, too. These guys can't punch anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's how they're coaching him, teaching him, training him as kids. But Peter McGrail, what the hell is that? Stephen Fulton's got no power. Stephen Fulton was on people's pound for pound list not that long ago, 2 years ago. He was, before the fight with Inoue, he was on people's pound for pound list. You dig? And he got blown out because he's got no power. None, zero, zilch. All PBC has left is David Benavidez. Yeah. He ain't lying. We used to dunk on Golden Boy. He said, "Oh, all Golden Boy has is Canelo." What did PBC have? Benavidez. Who's the biggest? Who's the biggest star? Who's the biggest sell? Canelo, Benavidez. I'm not asking who's wins. I'm not asking who's better. I'm asking who sells more, Benavidez or Canelo. Stupid question. Obviously Canelo, and that's all PBC has left is David Benavidez. Shout out Havelock. Very, very good point. They got Tank. They do have Tank. They have Tank. But look at this nonsense that they're putting on pay-per-view. Guys, Lamont Roach and Isak Cruz is pay-per-view. Lamont Roach. How many people paid for that? I will never find out now because Amazon doesn't tell. Well, so we'll never know, but what the hell? What the hell is that? Lamont Roach and Isak Cruz is on pay-per-view? I mean, what are we doing nowadays? What are we doing nowadays? I got my lock, Pacheco, Mercado, and Popopka. Well, I'll look into this. I mean, this sounds good, World of Wrestling, but I got to get to the tape. I got a lot to get into. We got a very busy week. We got another week. Like we got a strong finish to the year. A strong finish to the year that I'm excited for. I don't know how anyone saw Isak dancing around the ring like Devin Haney and thought that meant he was in. Shout out, Jab. Shout out, Jab. The McGraw fight pissed me off. Thoughts on Cadena versus Flores? Joe Cordina is a rough one, man. The Brits loved him. He's 18-1. He's 34 years old now. That Eddie Vasquez fight was already 2 years ago. He got the one. Yeah, he does. He lost to Vasquez. He's not that good. And Gabriel Flores, there's a name I never thought I'd hear again. Gabriel friggin' Flores. My God. Gabriel Flores. God dang. I mean, I guess Cordina wins. I guess. But to be fair, it's a fight I'm not interested in at all. I mean, Joe Cordina. This is a cool card. Pacheco's on it, Gabe Flores on it, Sky Nicholson is on it, Ernesto Mercado, Arturo Popopka, Chevon Clark, Zachary Sam. I don't know who that is. Okay, so we got Chevon Clark, Arturo Popopka, who is Arturo Cardenas. He goes by Popopka, I guess, when he's in Russia. I don't know what that is. Ernesto Mercado, Sky Nicholson, Gabe Flores, Diego Pacheco. It's a pretty good card. I haven't thought of Gabe Flores in a minute. Gabe Flores. The last time Gabe Flores' name was even mentioned was the Giovanni Cabrera fight in which he was destroyed. He's won a bunch of times since then. He's picked up all these wins. Nobody of note. I don't know what to. I mean, I haven't even thought of Gabe Flores, who's still only 25. So I probably like Flores. I'm going to have to get into the tape on this fight. I really don't know. Guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you have not already. Become a member. Become a Patreon. Link is in the description. It's pinned in the chat. Become a member. Remember to tip your gambling advisor. Super chats, cash apps are available. Super chat, cash apps available. The cash app is the money sign 3D Boxing 817. Do become a member, do become a Patreon, do remember to tip your gambling advisor. How do you feel about the Sky fight? I'm going to get into all of it. I'm going to pull up the Pro Box in just a minute after I get through this. Mercado is fighting Antonio Moran. Antonio Moran. He's fighting Antonio Moran. I don't see how Cruz won more than 4 rounds. I had him 5. I had 7-5. Fortunate boxes in Jordans. I noticed Fulton wearing loose shoes around his ankle. I thought he was going to cut the ring off in those. Forster boxes and Jordans. I don't think he was wearing Jordans. Not sneakers, maybe boxing shoes. Shout out. Pro Box going to rival the Zone in the long term. Maybe, hopefully, because it's free and it's good for boxing. You wouldn't know boxing was in the U.S. when you watched it on the Zone. Yeah. The box in bad shape in the U.S. Yeah. Usually I don't agree when you do that, but I agree that this time Fulton had 0 paths to victory, and that was clear on tape. Thank you, Jab. Shout out, Jab. $20 super chat from the man, Shells. Shout out to Shells. Let's get rich. What's up, my brother? Thank you for the $20, Shells. Let's get rich. It is always, and I mean always, a great day to get rich. Let's get rich, baby. Appreciate it. Appreciate the $20 super chat. If there was no way Fulton was going to beat Shock, why wasn't he in your lock of the week? I told you guys to take him on the money line. I told you guys to take him on the money line. I said it over and over and over again, Jazz. I said take him on the money line or take him by decision. I didn't even listen to my own advice. I just take him on the money line. I didn't take him by decision. I should have taken him by decision. Paulie always catching strays. That's my dude, too. That's my dude. The best fighters in the world are still you. I agree. I agree. The best fighters in the world are U.S. fighters, 100%. What I'm saying is that Americans don't care about boxing anymore. The American, and it's not even the Americans, it's the American media companies, ESPN, HBO, Showtime, within the last 5 years, 6 years, whatever it's been, have all dropped boxing. All of them. Like, I mean, I'm not making this up. They don't have, you can't watch boxing on TV in America anymore. You got to get different apps. And Top Rank and PBC, the two biggest, don't even have streaming deals. So what are we doing here? Like, Top Rank, which has been around since like when Moses wore short pants, right? And your grandfather watched fights on Top Rank. It's not on TV anymore. And PBC, which was supposed to take over boxing, which 3, 4, 5 years ago was the biggest draw in boxing, has one fighter, David Benavidez and Tank Davis, and nothing else. And they have 5 or 6 shows a year that are on Amazon, and they charge you $60. What was the price? I know no one bought it. But hypothetically, if you were going to buy the fight, what did they charge you for Isak Cruz and Lamont Roach? $69.99? Is that what it was? Why would boxing have any popularity? Why would it have any popularity at all if it was $69.99? You know, if you're charging $69.99, why would anyone care about your sport? You'd have a few hardcores, which is what you have. Like, we live in a bubble, guys. We live in a bubble where we all care about boxing. Walk outside, you know what I'm saying? Go outside, go talk to your, I'm in Dallas. Go talk to your typical Rangers, Mavericks, Cowboys fan and ask them about the fight last night. They'll have no idea what you're talking about. No clue. They'll have no clue what you're talking about. I'm not, boxing is in bad shape, guys. And you know, with Crawford aging, it's not good right now. Are the promoters not wanting to put their money up or people not watching as much? That's the networks don't want to support it. I don't know why. ESPN dropped boxing to put more money into professional wrestling. Like, I got no answers, guys. I have no answers why. I know the pay-per-view model killed boxing to the point where no one watches it. Like, look at what we're saying. I want to put this in perspective. All right, I want to put this in perspective. And I'm going to note this. I'm going to make this a video. So, I'm going to 21-17. I'm going to make this a video. All right, guys. I could buy every single Major League Baseball game for $120 a year. That's 30 teams, 162 games a year. I could buy for $120 from MLB. 162 games, 30 teams. I'm a Mets fan. I can buy every Mets fan for $99.99. That's the price of one. I can buy 162 Met games for the price of one boxing pay-per-view. Okay? Or I can buy all of the baseball games, 162 times 32, times 30 for $129. They want you to buy that. I have every NFL, every NBA game. Every NBA game, 82 games. I watch the Brooklyn Nets and some other basketball game. I watch 2 basketball games a day. I watch every single Brooklyn Nets game and then some other game, right? Yesterday, I watched the Mavs. I get all of that for $79, the price of one boxing pay-per-view. So 82 games. I get every single NBA game for $79.99. Every game. Football's more expensive. Football's more popular. I got the NFL package now, starting right now for $40 for the rest of the game. So I can watch the last 6 weeks of the NFL season. The last 6 weeks I can watch for $40. $40. I can watch the last 6 football weeks. So that's 16 teams. I mean, that's 32 games. That's 16 games a week. 16 times 6, 70. I can watch 72 football games for the price of one boxing pay-per-view. One. Less than that. Less than one half a boxing pay-per-view. Or I can watch 6 weeks of football all day from 12 till 7, my time. Why would anyone pay $69.90 when those are my other options? When I can watch full seasons for the price of one boxing pay-per-view or less than one boxing pay-per-view. I can watch every football game for the last month and a half of the season, every basketball game for the entire season, and every baseball game for 6 months. I can do all of that, or I can watch one boxing pay-per-view. Why would anyone, and I mean anyone, pay $69.99 for Cruz and Lamont Rose? You'd have to be retarded to do that. It makes no sense at all. But that's where we are, and that's why boxing has no popularity. Boxing is my favorite sport. I've given my life to this sport, right? I can't even tell you how many hours a day invested in this sport. It's done in America. It's done. No one cares anymore. It's us. If you're listening to me, that's it. That's who cares about boxing in America. I digress. They thought to score points, not to do damage. They fought to score points, not to do damage. Yeah, I know. It's a hurt business, right? And these guys, I get you. Gary says fights coming this week. We got good fights this week. I'm gonna get into it. The new weight card is next weekend or in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And it's on a random day. It's on a Wednesday or a Thursday. So I'm in it. Isn't that right? It's on a Wednesday, I believe. I thought Gabriel Flores was done. Yeah. Shout out Gabriel Flores. Roach, he's only 25. Maybe he can come back. Who knows? Roach made Cruz completely give up his style of fighting because he was getting beaten every aspect of boxing except for volume. Actually, didn't Flores fight on Pro? He did. Now that you said it, he did fight on Pro Box. He did. They always got Tito Mercado fighting a no-hoper. Hey, what up, Toya? I lost so much between Les Co and now Oshaki Foster, baby. Oshaki Foster. Oshaki Foster was the way to go. Badu Jack this weekend. We got fights this weekend. Golden Boy is the only U.S. promotion putting on routine decent show. And they have and 2, 3, 4 years ago, they were an afterthought. Now they're the only U.S. promotion putting on decent fights. Don't be done with boxing, Toya. Don't be done. Boxing loves you. You know it does it, but we love boxing, right? We love boxing here. I don't. Boxing keeps shooting itself in the face, right? Like I would say, boxing keeps shooting itself in the foot, but it shoots itself in the face. I got Shockey by decision at plus 155. Shout out. I told y'all to did that. Even my casual fans think Lamont got robbed. Like all of them, I didn't influence their opinion. I don't think he got robbed. I do think he won the fight, though. It was close. Boxing is expensive, so I guess the media don't want to put the money down for it. But it's expensive compared to what, though? You know what I'm saying? It's not expensive compared to creating a show, right? Like creating a show would be far more money. It's not expensive compared to other sports, like mainstream sports. Like I understand what you're saying. It's not cheap, but what are you putting on in its place? What you're putting on in its place is probably more expensive. $74.99 when I was $74.99, $75 to watch Isak Cruz and Lamont Roach. My God, like, what is wrong with you? Like, that's like buying food at the airport. It's like, this is not even reasonable. Buying food at the movie theater. It's like, this isn't even reasonable. I'm going to sneak in the popcorn in my mama's big coat. My mom's going to wear the big bubble coat. I'm going to put some popcorn and some, Mike and Ike's and some, what were the other ones I like? Nerds. Mom's going to put all that in her coat and we're going to walk into the movie theater. I'm not buying the candy there. That's ridiculous. $37 for Nerds. Or I can put it in my coat, right? Like, no one's going to buy that when there's other options now. No good American heavyweights does help Jackson. Yeah, as goes the heavyweight division, as goes boxing in America. That's true. And we got Josh Edwards. We got something coming up, but he still got a little ways to go. Do you think Ramos is the best at ones? No. I think he needs to get back down to 154. I wanted to touch on that. I think he needs to get back down to 154. Mosley has a hell of a chin. You ain't never lied. I wasn't even so sure that he won that fight. What up, Gary? What up, Anthony? I'm a patron. You the best to do it. How about the Beatrice fight? I didn't touch that fight for a real reason. I would have taken the over. Thank God I didn't. But I didn't touch that fight. What are the locks? But we're going to get into it. It's only Sunday, man. I'm going to get them out to you guys in a real way. I'm going to get them to you in a real way. The fans don't show up, but the business has been giving us and the fighters the middle finger ever since HBO has been gone from boxing. Kevin Brown versus Cletus Selden by BoxLab Promotions on YouTube Saturday is for the interim 140-pound belt. Kevin Brown. Shout out Cletus Selden. Cletus Selden, my homeboy. Shout out. Did UFC destroy? But I don't think UFC had anything to do with boxing. You know, that famous debate, clip, argument, whatever you want to call it, between Joe Rogan and Lou DiBella. I agree with Lou DiBella. Boxing killed itself. UFC had nothing to do with the death of boxing. Nothing. Right? Just like football had nothing to do with the decline of baseball. Nothing to do with it. It's two things completely independent upon itself. Boxing killed itself with the pay-per-view model. Boxing killed itself by not making the best fights. Boxing killed itself. Like, and that's it. That's the whole thing. UFC, most boxing fans aren't UFC fans, and most UFC fans aren't boxing fans. There are more UFC fans who are hockey fans and NASCAR fans than there are boxing fans, and there are more boxing fans who are basketball fans and football fans than there are boxing fans who are UFC fans. No, I don't think one had anything to do with the other. How anyone losing money? How am I losing money? This shit too easy. College football, NFL, NBA is the bullshit. How is anyone losing money? This shit too easy. I agree. I've given you guys 7 parlays in a row. 7. You can go check the Discord. 7 parlays in a row. I've given you. Yo, that is all hit. What up, Rocket? It's good to have Rocket here. Is the Dubai card still going ahead, or was it canceled ages ago? It's as of now, and this is boxing, so check with me tomorrow and to the next day. It is still a go. How is Top Dog Toya losing money? Is she not going with your locks? I don't understand. She should be rich by now. Shout out Toya. Take the locks. Take the locks. I know Toya likes those high risk, high reward bets, and I'm more of a play it safe, no cowboy bet kind of guy. Hey Gary, they got Kevin Halo Brown fighting the Hebrew Hammer. Yeah. I know Cletus is a friend of mine. And I was aware of the fight. Yeah. That might sound insane, but UFC definitely took white Americans away from boxing. You go to UFC event and it's 90% white people. Just go to boxing and it's like 5%. The UFC fan base is, I don't know if a boxing event's 5% white. I don't know about that. 5, 25, 50. I don't know. But yeah, white people like the UFC because there are more white fighters in the UFC. There's an element of truth to that. Selden will obviously, yes. No way Kevin Roberts clearly Selden is for yeah, it is indeedy. What do you think of this year's Hall? I haven't seen who got in. I haven't looked at the class. Let's spend some time on that next show. I still want to get to the book. I still got a lot to get into. Do you remember how you scored the first body of Jack? I do not. I do not remember how he scored it. I was at that fight. That was the Turning Stone Casino. It was Hall of Fame weekend. I was at that fight. Zab Judah almost died that night, and I had a seizure in the Turning Stone Casino after I ate the cannoli. Don't eat the cannoli at the Turning Stone Casino. It may or may not give you a seizure. Do not eat the cannoli at Turning. First of all, it's nasty. And second, it may or may not give you a seizure. Pacheco Cardina parlay. I gotta look into Cardina, but probably. You said Jai 1-6, Jesus Ramos KO, and Jesus Ramos under 10, and Lamont Roach, and all of them didn't hit. Okay, I gave you guys 7 parlays. You can check the Discord. You can check the Patreon. I gave you guys 7 lock of the weeks all over the last 2 weeks. I'll read it off to you now because you want to get butthurt. I'm gonna read off, and you guys can fact check me. Anyone in the Discord, anyone in the Patreon, you guys can fact check me. I'm gonna read them off right now because Kyle wants to be a douchebag. Here's what I said. Here are my locks of the week. Ready? Last minute lock. Under 1.5 knockdowns on Roach versus Cruz. Under 1.5 knockdowns on Fulton Foster. That hit. First lock of the week. Over 10.5 Fulton Foster. Laura money line. Ramos money line. Jai by stoppage. That hit. Second parlay. Laura money line. Masad versus McGrail money line. Fulton versus Forster under 1.5 knockdowns. Oh, look at that. All 3 parlays hit. You want me to go back to that was less. Do you want to go back? I can keep going back. You guys can fact check me. You can look in the Discord. They're all there. I don't miss because I am better than you at this. I am better at this than almost anyone is at anything. I give you perfectly executed boxing analysis. What up? What up, Jackson? I don't know why they are doing boxing cards in Africa. They can't run a bath. Last time it took forever to start, and the ring was soaked. I remember. I don't remember the ring being soaked. Mauro Ranella is an awful and he doesn't speak Italian. That is I just said to him like in Bocca Lupa, which is it means in the wolf's mouth, but it's just like saying good luck, right? It's an Italian phrase for good luck, have good luck, right? It's like the equivalent of saying break a leg, right? In Bocca Lupa, in the wolf's mouth. And I said that to him, and he looked at me like, "What? Huh?" It's like, bro, you always like Mamma Mia, and your name is Mauro Ranallo, and you don't speak any Italian. Whack. Triple G, Tarver, and Nigel Benn. Oh, yeah, it's a good class. That's a good class. I think when PBC first came out putting on those big shows on free TV, still didn't get big ratings, hurt it in the long run. Reason being those broadcasts show there's no need to pay for boxing. It's a fair argument. At the time, PBC was actually doing Fox, NBC, and CBS put cards on. Yeah, they had a lot going on for them. It hasn't worked out. All right, guys, let's look at the pro boxing odds real quick. Let's look at pro boxing odds real quick. Let's see what we have ahead for us next weekend. And I'm going to end. Guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you have not already. Do become a Patreon. Do become a member. Do remember to tip your gambling advisor. Tip your gambling advisor. Super chats. Cash app is in the ticket below. We hit on 3 parlays this week. Appreciate all of y'all. All right, here's what we got. That's last week. We got Pulev and Gassiev. I'm going to get into that. On the 12th. Anthony Holloway, Shavon Clark, Popopka, Moran, and Tito Mercado. Oh, Luis Alberto Lopez fights. I didn't know this. Who's he fighting? Hang on. That a Mexican card. Is it top rank card? No. We got Luis Alberto Lopez fighting. I was unaware of that. We got Flores and Cordina. We got Sky Nicholson at minus 2,400. Badu Jack. I will watch that fight. So we got a lot of fights. We got a lot of fights. We don't have any odds on Cletus Selden. Does anyone have a book on the Cletus Selden fight? Does anyone have a book on that? We got some things that I can get into. We got Popopka. We got Miranda Mercado, which is a decent fight. We got Luis Alberto Lopez minus 4,500. That's probably no bet. Gabe Flores and Joe Cordina is a good fight. Sky Nicholson, Badu Jack, and Diego Pacheco and Kevin Sadejo. We got a couple of things to get into. We got a couple of things to get into, and then we got Gassiev and Pulev. Is there anything else, guys? Is there anything else? I'm gonna check the poll. I'm gonna end the show in a few minutes. Is there any other fight? I don't. What book is this? What book are we looking at here that has them at minus 1,600? I can't find a book on them. I'm looking for it. I'll try to find it. No. Isn't PBC Showtime out? They didn't buy out HBO Boxing. HBO just dropped boxing. Do you think Maxie Hughes can win like Jazza Dickens? It's for the IBA. Do you think Maxie Hughes can win like Jazza Dickens? Yeah, I think so. Let me know what book you're getting that at. Bet 365. I'm gonna take a look at that. I think Gassiev wins on points. I like Gassiev. I'm a Gassiev fan. He lost to Otto Vaylin close. That was a couple of years ago. Pulev. I'm going to start with that fight. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to start with that fight. I'm going to do that fight first, I think. Pulev and Gassiev. All right. Sup, Mike from Melbourne. Guys, again, I'm gonna check the poll. I'm gonna close the poll. I'm gonna end the show. Questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, let me know now. Questions, comments, thoughts, super chats, let me know now. Become a member, join the Patreon, like, share, and subscribe. Tip your gambling advisor for coming through 3 for 3 parlays last week. Oh wow, you guys are overwhelmingly 73% of y'all. 73% of y'all. There's no point in letting this poll go on. I'm gonna stop the fight in 10, 9, 8, ending the poll in 7, ending the poll in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending the poll now. It wasn't even close. You guys were not impressed enough by Oshaki's win at all. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the show. I like Gassiev too, I think. I've been trying to fade Pulev for so long. Now he a dog. I'll get it. Let me watch the tape. I got to refresh myself a little bit with Pulev. I wouldn't go to Africa if you paid me. Their luggage will get sold. Your luggage will get happened. I know. No way will that card go ahead. All right. Whatever, man. Gary, what are your thoughts on Bruce Carrington versus Carlos Castro? Bruce Carrington. When is that fight? I didn't even know about that fight. When I was unaware of that fight. Bruce Carrington is my boy. I've talked to him a bunch of times. I like him, but I do think he's a little overrated. New York City. If that fight happens, Carrington. Gary, do you think Johnny Fisher can reach British level? I think he is British level. Bruce Carrington will be upgraded to full WBC champion at 126. It's what it is. That's boxing. Like, what's his best win? I don't know. Enrique Vivas, I guess, or Sagawa. No, all right. Like, I'm not throwing no shade at him. It's cool. It's fine. But what's his best win? Sagawa, yeah. Oh, 17-4, 17-5 now, or whatever. I'm not throwing shit at him. I'm just saying. I like Carrington. 2025 is the year of the upgraded champ. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. All right, y'all. I'm going to end it. Thank y'all for stopping by. Y'all are a blessing. December 7th, 2025 from Texas to the world. Thank y'all and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.